Alright everybody, this is Alchemisted, and this is the first vlog, audio log sort of thing I've done in a while. The last one I did was right before I started Ace Combat 6, wasn't it? It was right at the beginning. And that was still a long ways away. So, those of you who've been paying attention to my Twitter, probably know that quite a few things have been happening the past couple of weeks. Most of you don't, so here's what's been going on and why the next upload is a little bit late. And I start this, for some reason, Uziing the hell out of a wall. I don't want to talk about it! But yeah, this is pertinent to what we're discussing, what you're seeing right now. This is footage from Metroid Prime Echoes 2 from the GameCube. And the reason you're seeing this is because I now have a GameCube. And Metroid Prime Echoes 2. And this was a session, a recording session. I wasn't really playing to record it, I was just recording to test it, to see how long it would take until the frames got a little bit dodgy, and I'm pleased to say, managed to get like an hour or so before the frames started getting dodgy, so whenever I record GameCube footage, I'm gonna have to remember to refresh the capture file every hour or so, and then that should be fine. Like an hour and 20 minutes, actually, which isn't that bad. It isn't anywhere near as bad as the PS2 gets, which is every like 20 odd minutes the frames start dropping because Dazzle hates the PS2. And it's far better than the PlayStation 1, which is practically fucking unplayable. So you're seeing me pause here a lot, and it's because I'm checking Stoic, because this is only to see how long it takes. Like I just paused right there. How long it takes until the frames drop. So that's why you're seeing this. And this is also... I did not just get Metroid Prime Echoes 2. I managed to pick up quite a few Resident Evil games that they had at the particular GameStop. There, I was shopping and got my... well, actually, no. I went to another GameStop later on, because the one I bought the GameCube at didn't have many games in it. And what I managed to pick up was Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil, and Resident Evil 0. This matters because I have previously gone on record and said that if I ever played to the first Resident Evil, it would be the remake on the GameCube. So now I have that, and now I will be able to record it sometime in the future. Plus Resident Evil 0, plus Resident Evil 4. Which is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. But I have the PlayStation 2 version, and as I said, Dazzle hates the PS2. Now, you're probably hearing something in the background of my commentary track, and that noise that you're hearing, that white noise, is actually the fan that's sitting right next to my computer right now. See, when I started playtesting the game I'm going to be recording in December, not BioShock. Not BioShock. BioShock I'm halfway through. You're going to see a set of BioShock fairly soon. Ace Combat 6 is already done. All the footage is recorded. I have some narration to do on it because Audacity dropped like an hour and a half of commentary. You know, it crashed and didn't record it, or didn't save it. So, I'm gonna have to do a lot of... I'm gonna have to record commentary, because I'm not gonna go back and record those missions again. Fuck that. And, so yeah, so you're going to be seeing BioShock and Ace Combat 6 most of this month, and then at the end of this month, there's going to be a new playthrough. Hopefully it'll be complete by then. I'm going to try like hell to get it finished. But as I was playtesting the game I'm going to be recording, my CPU started overheating, and my computer started shutting off. So, at first I didn't think it was the CPU at first. At first I thought it might be a dodgy power supply, but, I narrowed things down to the CPU later on with some help from some guys at Altex, which is a computer store around where I live. And, boy, god damn it. So I have a fan next to my CPU. I took out the heatsink, I cleaned it off, I applied some new thermal compound after getting rid of the old thermal compound with like a Q-tip and a little bit of rubbing alcohol. But it's still shutting off. And we're about to switch to another part of this game after I kill these Cedars, Splinter guys who are absolute piss. They're the easiest guys in the game. And my headset just crapped out. Holy crap. Anyways, so we're about to switch to a different part, and I will again Uzi the wall. I don't know why I'm doing that. I think I thought that was a destructible door or something. I don't know. So this is where you find the GFS tier, which is a Federation ship that was lost and Samus has been set to Aether to find. So you can keep watching that. So yeah, I narrowed it down to the CPU, but it kept overheating even after I cleaned out the heatsink and cleaned out and given the computer a thorough once-over with a vacuum that was set to blow air. I have a vacuum that has a reversible hose on it, so if you stick it on the other side of the vacuum, it's a high pressure compressed air thingy, and it's really great for cleaning the inside of a computer because it just blows all the dust out. And you can see the Federation frigate there. That is the GFS tier, and there's a bunch of dead Marines around it. We're about to see a cutscene with voice acting in a Metroid game. Heresy! But yeah. I also got Quake 4, and by extension Quake 2 for the Xbox 360, so someday hopefully you'll see that. A couple people have asked me to do more first-person shooters, and I'm more than happy to oblige. And hopefully I'll get around to getting Reach sometime as well. So here's where you see that cutscene with the voice acting in it, and this explains, you know, what the fuck happened, why the Federation's here, and what have you. So, major spoilers, but who gives a fuck? It's Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. None of you have probably finished this. I didn't finish this game. I got so bored with it. Absolutely raping a space pirate ship. I don't know if you actually see that type of frigate in Metroid Prime 3, I'm not sure. The same storm that caused Samus to crash on this planet in the intro, which I haven't shown you, but that did happen. Hut, 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 hut. Yeah, we'll wait out here. And then the budget ran out and they could only afford stills. Problems. Until they appeared. Yes, because we couldn't possibly identify them. I love how the music in this cutscene completely it doesn't match it at all. It doesn't match the scene at all. And again, voice acting in a Metroid game. Heresy! Not really. I really think the voice acting in Other M could have been better if they had just found somebody with a pulse to voice Samus. Jennifer Hale. Jennifer Hale would have been good. And these enemies are utter shit. The Marines are incapable of fending them off, despite the fact that their weapons are easily more powerful than Samus's, and they can kill these things in 1 or 2 hits. Whereas Samus has to just unload on them for like a full minute before one of them dies. And this is Captain Exeter, who they might as well have just named Captain Lantern Jaw of Justice if they were going to call him Exeter. Where's Ensign Markey? Where's Captain Markey? Where's Captain Fish? Where's Captain Eugene? You know, where's Captain Meredith? You know, it's always Captain Exeter and Commander Starling and Dr. Huxley. You know, it's Captain A. Exeter. Probably Captain Albert Exeter. I don't know. Maybe he's named Albert. That actually conceals a missile tank, but I didn't know it at the time, so there was a long period of time in this footage where I thought, where I was running around like, oh fuck, I've screwed myself over, I'm trapped in here. So where else was I? Yeah, I got Quake 2 and Quake 4. Hopefully I'll be able to play through those at some point. What else have I done? What else have I gotten? Let's see. I also got Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow for the DS, finally. Very fucking... It's kind of... I don't really like the aspect of the DS that it uses. Every once in a while, you have to pull out the stylus and draw in a magic seal, you know, and the thing is, you don't use the stylus for anything in this fucking game. Not ever. You know... you just use the D-pad and the 4 buttons, and occasionally the shoulder buttons, and that's it. You don't ever use the stylus for anything in this game, but every time a magic seal pops up, you have to get out the stylus really quick and draw the magic seal before it, it comes off. And you fail. You fail hard at it. So, I don't really like that, but otherwise, it's Castlevania. It's Castlevania. It's just like Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. You have, all kinds of souls you can collect that offer you either stat boosts or new abilities. It's a fantastic game so far. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It'll certainly keep me busy during the marathon rendering sessions that are going to happen with Ace Combat and the game I'm going to be recording later this month. I'm avoiding saying it, but if you pay attention when I upload BioShock, there will be a clue as to what the title of the game that I am playing this December is. So, pay attention in BioShock. There will be a clue. In the next set coming up. So, I also got Outlaw Star. Like, I picked up the complete collection of Outlaw Star, which is another thing that will help me through the rendering sessions, because goddamn, you sitting here rendering, all day long, it's fucking boring as shit. On your days off, you're just sitting here, you can't use your computer for shit. You can't watch anything. And I've beaten a lot of these games like twice over. Like, I try not to play games that I haven't played in a very long time in case I want to play through them online, on YouTube. And it's kind of like, I want to play this, but do I want to spoil it for myself? And this is the little kids. This is funny. This is the little kids table. This is where all the privates sit. All the privates and one first lieutenant, poor bastard, are all stuck against one side of the fucking thing. What's over here? It's more privates. And these have to be stasis chairs or something, because there's no bed in this ship at all. And I see, there's a glowing door. Fuck that. In case something explodes, I'm going to go in here and see what's over here. Anyways, this is where Captain Exeter and Commander Starling rest. And I think there's one whole wall that may be a holographic view screen or something. I don't know. Captain Exeter, Commanding Officer, and Commander Starling, Helm Officer. It's just... Really? I'll bet they aren't... Well, I'll bet Starling isn't even dead. I'll bet... Morph Ball for no good reason. I'll bet Starling's off on the planet kicking ass or something, because their name... Because... I don't know if it's he or a she, but their name is Starling, and I'm just thinking about the front of this. Is this a big view screen that's just turned off or something? I don't know. It would be realistic if it weren't. It would be realistic if they didn't have one big, massive, transparent surface, but not as cool, I'd imagine. It wouldn't look as cool as feeling like you are flying in space with this massive window. Holographic window. Have to imagine it's a hologram. I keep saying that over and over. Maybe I should move on to something else. Okay. Let's see, what else have I got? Maybe you can tell I have a lot of caffeine in me right now. Yes, I have an ample supply of Coke for the playthrough coming up. I also have a wireless optical mouse now. I've been stuck with a fucking trackball for so long. Good God. Thank God for this wireless mouse. Jesus. Why doesn't it just say opening the door? Switching door to open position. The fuck? And there are all these, like, cubbies in there. I can only imagine that's food and supplies and what have you. Those chairs have to be some kind of stasis thing, because I don't see any beds, and even worse, I don't see any toilets on this ship. So, that's not good for long voyages. This must not be a long-range vessel. This must just be a troop transport or what have you. At least that's what I get. It must have had a mothership somewhere close by. Although, if the mothership was close by, why the fuck couldn't they look for their down dropship themselves? Why did they have to hire Samus? I mean, I could understand to explore the surface, but if she took off from the... You'll see what I mean if I ever get to Metroid Prime 3. If I ever get to Metroid Prime, shit. I haven't played the first one. I do like the first one a lot better. What else? What else? I think that's about it for now. So, I am going to get one last look at the GFS tier and think to myself that I could fix this fucking thing. Just give me, like, some some hull patching, some carbon nanotubes, some anti-hydrogen to get it off into the fucking orbit, and I can fix this bitch. I'm all over this shit, and I will see you guys later, so later.